in engineering. If you are reading engineering in school, if you are doing any engineering work, electric, mechanical, anything concerning engineering, these are the 3 books that you need. They are very, very important. I bought them years ago when I was studying, when I was still in school. But up to date, I still use all of them because they are very, very important in engineering sector. Okay, right here you have Engineering Mathematics by K.A. Stroud, 5th edition. Engineering Mathematics by K.A. Stroud. Very important book. The things that are in this book, a powerful engineer might not even know everything that is in this book, but you only have to learn some, just very few things, and you're okay when it comes to engineering, depending on what you are doing. So this is mathematics in engineering, but I'm going to show you the content, what it contains. So look at the content. Let me try to zoom it a little so that you can see it very well. Okay, so look at the content. Preface to the 1st edition, preface to the 2nd edition, 3rd edition, 4th edition, 5th edition, which is this one. Then hints on using the book, useful background information. Then part 1, foundation topic, program F1 arithmetic, learning outcomes, quiz F1. One thing about this book, after teaching you what you need to do, they give you quiz. And in that quiz, you have the answers as well. So after doing the quiz, if you get it, you see it in the answer. If you fail it, you see it in the answer section. So the book is very, very important. So let's go on. Then, types of numbers. The natural numbers, numerals, and place value. Points on a line and order, the integers, brackets, addition and subtraction, multiplication and division, brackets and precedence rules, basic laws of arithmetic, revision summary, revision exercise. So that is one thing very important about this book. Then down you have factors and prime numbers. Factors, prime numbers, prime factorization, highest common factor, HCF, lowest common multiple, LCM, estimating, and rounding. You still have revision summary and revision exercise. Then you go on and you have fractions. You have divisions of integers, multiplying fractions of equivalence fractions, dividing fractions, adding and subtracting fractions, fractions on a calculator, ratios, percentages. You still have revision summary and revision exercise. So you go on, you have decimal numbers, division of integers, rounding, significant figures, decimal places, trailing zeros, fractions as decimals, decimals as fractions, unending decimals as fractions, rational, irrational, and real numbers. You still have revision summary and revision exercise. You go on, you have powers. You have raising a number to a power, the laws of powers, powers on a calculator, fractional powers and roots, surds, multiplication and division by integers powers of 10, precedent rules, standard form, working in standard form, using a calculator, preferred standard form, checking calculations, accuracy. You still have revision summary and revision exercise. You go on, you have number systems, You have denary, you have binary, you have octal, you have duodecimal, you have hexadecimal, you have revision, summary, and exercise, and revision exercise. Then the next page, the contents are so many. As you can see, the book is very big. It's very big. So you have, I don't know if you can see it very well. You have change of base. In change of base, you have denary to binary. You have octal and duodecimal. You have use of octals as an intermediate step. You have reverse method. You have revision summary and revision exercise. Then here you have can you. This can you is question where you have to do your own homework. And in the homework, at the end of it, you have your answers, whether you get it right or wrong. Then you have text exercise, F1. You have further problems, F1. So going on, you have program, F2, introduction to algebra. You have learning outcomes. You have quiz, F2. Then you have algebraic expression. In algebraic expression, you have symbols other than numerals, constants, variables, rules of algebra, rules of precedence, terms and coefficients, collecting like terms, like items. You have similar terms. You have expanding brackets. You have nested bracket. You have revision summary and you have revision exercise. You have powers. Under powers, you have rules of indices. You have logarithm. Under logarithm, you have powers, you have logarithms, you have rules of logarithms. You have base 10 and base E. You have change of base. You have logarithmic equation. Then revision summary and exercise, revision exercise. So the book contains so many things, but let me just read the headings and not the following subheadings. Okay, so here, for example, you have multiplication of algebraic expression of a single variable fractions. Under it, you have everything that concerns it. And the next, you have division of one expression by another. The next, you have factorization of algebraic expression, where you have common factors by grouping. You have everything under it. You still have your question and answer at the end of the day. Then you have program F3, expression and equation. Then you have expression and equation. You have the evaluation process, the polynomial equation. Okay, you were not seeing it, sorry. You have polynomial equation. You have remainder theorem, factorization of quartic polynomials. So then here you have program F4 graphs, learning outcomes, quiz F4, and so on. Then you have graphs of equation. You have using of spreadsheet. You have inequalities. You have your question and answer. Then program F5, linear equations and simultaneous linear equations. You have linear outcomes, linear equations, simultaneous linear equation with 2 unknowns, simultaneous linear equation with 3 unknowns. You have your question and answer at the end of the day. Then program F6, you have polynomial equation. In the polynomial equation, you have your learning outcome, quiz F6, polynomial equation, solution of cubic equation having at least one linear factor, solution of quartic equation having at least 2 linear factors. Your question and answers were. Then other content, as I told you, the book is very big. Everything that concerns mathematics, and the name is Engineering Mathematics. So everything about engineering mathematics, you have them inside. Okay, so the next content you have Program F7, partial fractions. Learning outcomes, quiz F7, partial fractions, denominators with repeated and quadratic factors. You have your exercise, your quiz and answer. Then you have program F8, trigonometry. Learning outcome quiz F8, you have angles. Under angles, let me read this one. Under angles, you have rotation, radians, triangles, trigonometric ratios, reciprocal ratios, Pythagoras theorem. You have special triangles. You have half equilateral. Then you have trigonometric identities. You have the fundamental identity, two more identities for compound angles. So many things inside. You have another trigonometric formulas. Then let's go on to program F9, binomial series. You have learning outcome quiz F9, factorial and combinations. You have binomial series. You have the E sigma notation. You have the exponential number E, and so on and so forth. Here you have program F10. In program F10, you have, after your learning outcomes and quiz F10, you have the gradients of a straight line graph. You have the gradient of a curve at a given point. You have algebraic determination of the gradient of a curve. You have derivatives of powers of x. You have differentiation of polynomials. You have derivatives and alternative notation, and so on. You have second derivatives. You have difference of products of functions. You have everything about engineering mathematics, guys. Then program F11, integration, linear outcome quiz F11. You have integration, standard integrals. You have integration of polynomial expression, functions of a linear function of x, very important. We have integration by a partial fraction. You have areas under curves. You have integration as a summation. You have your quiz and answer. Then program F12, functions, linear outcome quiz F12, processing numbers. Under it you have everything about processing numbers. Then let's go. You have composition, function of a function. You have trigonometric functions. Going on, you have exponential and logarithm functions. You have odd and even functions. Then part 2, program 1, complex numbers. Learning outcome, introduction, the symbol I, everything. Then you have complex numbers, equal complex numbers, graphical representation of a complex numbers. Graphical addition of a complex numbers. You have polar form of a complex number. You have exponential form of a complex number. Your quiz and answer. Program 2, complex number 2. Learn outcome, introduction, another content, so many things. You have lossy problems, revision summary can you do. Then program 3, hyperbolic functions. Learn outcome, introduction, graphs of hyperbolic functions, evaluation of hyperbolic functions, inverse hyperbolic function, log form of the inverse hyperbolic functions, hyperbolic identities, Relationship between trigonometric and hyperbolic functions. Quiz and answer. Program 4, determinants. You have learned outcome, determinants of the third order, simultaneous equation in three unknowns, consistency of a set of equations, properties of determinants. Quiz and answer. Program 5, matrices. Learn outcome, matrices definition, matrix notation, equal matrices, addition and subtraction of matrices, multiplication of matrices, transpose of a matrix, special matrices, determinants of a square matrix, inverse of a square matrix, solution of a set of linear equations, eigenvalues and eigenvectors. Sorry, it's like you didn't see very well. Okay, so eigenvalues and eigenvectors. Then going on, because the contents are many. Going on, I have program 6, vectors. Learn outcome, introduction, scalar and vector quantities. Then let's leave out. I have vector representation. You have components of a given vector. A given vector in space, direction consigns, scalar products of two vectors, vector product of two vectors, angle between two vectors, direction ratios. Quiz and answer. We have program 7. Under it, you have functions of a function, standard directives. You have logarithmic differentiation. Sorry, you were not seeing it because I was busy reading. So you have see them, learning outcome, standard derivatives, functions of a function, logarithmic differentiation, implicit functions, parametric equations. Quiz and answer. Program 8, you have equation of a straight line, tangent and normal to a curve at a given point, curvature. You have quiz and answer. Program 9, you have differentiation of inverse trigonometric functions. Another content here. You have under the program 9, you see you have derivatives of inverse hyperbolic functions, maximum and minimum values, point of inflection. Quiz and answer. Then program 10, you have a partial differentiation, small increments. Quiz and answer. Program 11, we have learning outcome, partial differentiation, rate of change, problems, change of variables. Quiz and answer. Program 12, introduction, standard curves, asymptotes. So then under it you have systematic curve sketching, giving the equation of the curve fitting. Then method of least square. Program 13, you have sequence, series, arithmetic series, geometric series. Let's see whether we still have another content. Yes, we do. There are so many. So under program 13, you still have those ones. Infinite series, limiting values, convergence and divergence series, etc. Then program 14, you have learning outcome, power series, standard series, the binomial series, approximate values, limiting values. Then program 15, you have functions of a linear fraction. I don't know. Okay, sorry. So program 15, you have functions of a linear function of x. Then you have integral of the form. You have the formulas. You have integral of products. Integration by parts. You have, and so on. Program 16. Let me focus a little so that I can be showing you, because I was busy reading, not knowing that you were not seeing some of them. Sorry. So program 16, learning outcome, integration 2. Integration 2. Program 15 is integration 1. Then program 16 is integration 2. Learning outcome and further problems. So program 17 are reduction formulas. Reduction formulas and other things that follow it. Then program 18, you have integration application 1. Under it you have so many other things, basic application, parametric equation, and so on. Program 19, integration application 2, learning outcome, introduction, volumes of solid of revolution, centroid of a plane figure, center of gravity of a solid of revolution, length of course, etc. Program 20, you have integration application 3. Okay, you have moments of inertia, radius of gyration, parallel axis theorem, perpendicular axis theorem, useful standards, results, etc. Program 21. Program 21, you have approximate integration, you have proof of Simpson's rules. Question and answer. Let's see if we have another content. The book is big, as I told you. Yes, we do. So, other contents, program 22, polar coordinate systems. Introduction to polar coordinates, standard polar curves, etc. Program 23, multiple integrals, learning outcome, summation in 2 directions, double integrals, triple integrals application, etc. Then program 24, first order differential equation. Guys, this book is awesome. This book is awesome. What you need to do is, any problem you have in engineering, just consult this book. Go to the content, look for what you want, go to the page, read all of them, and you are okay. It contains everything mathematics about engineering, any kind of engineering that you are doing. So, program 24, first order differential equations. You have them, homogeneous equation, integrating factors, and etc. Then program 25, second order differential equation. You have all of them down there. Program 26, you have introduction to Laplace transforms. You have all of them down there. Laplace transforms of a derivative, 2 properties of Laplace transforms, table of Laplace transforms, etc. Program 27, statistics, arrangement of data, histograms, measures of central tendency, coding for calculating the means. So it contains everything, guys, everything. Maybe it's the last content. Yes, it's remaining one program, which is program 28, probability. Guys, this thing is telling you about computer. So probability, then learning outcome, introduction, notation, sampling, types of probability, empirical probability, classical probability, certain and impossible events, mutually exclusive and mutually exclusive and mutually non-exclusive events, addition law of probability, independent events and dependent events, multiplication law of probabilities, conditional probability, discrete probability distribution, permutations and combinations, general binomial distribution, mean and standard deviation of a probability distribution, the Poisson probability distribution, continuous probability distribution, standard normal curves. Can you do? Text exercise, further problem. Go and read this book, guy. Go and buy this book if you have the means. If you can see it anywhere, because I bought it long time ago. I don't know whether it's still in the market. But if you need anything, any question, any page, just consult me. I will open the page, video it, and send to you direct to your email, direct to your channel, direct to any means you have to receive it. Thank you, guys. This is Active Energy. Engineering sector is our field. Then apart from this mathematics, engineering mathematics, I still have other books for you. If you have interest in mechanical, so this is Theory of Machine. Theory of Machine by S. Chand. S. Chand. Then up here you have R.S. Kumi J.K. Gupta. So this Theory of Machine, I bought it years ago as well when I was in school. You have so many things about machine, about mechanics. It contains a lot. So let me just fastly read the content for you so that we'll wrap it up for today. So you have introduction. You have introduction, you have kinematics of motion, you have kinetics of motion, you have simple harmonic motion, you have simple mechanisms, you have velocity in mechanisms, instantaneous center method, you have velocity in mechanisms, you have relative velocity methods, you have acceleration in mechanisms, you have mechanisms with lower pairs, you have friction, we have belt, rope, and chain drives. We have toothed gearing. We have gear trains. We have gyroscopic couple and processional motion. You have inertial forces in reciprocating paths. You have turning moment diagrams and flywheel. You have steam engine valves and reversing gears. You have governors. You have brakes and dynamometer. So you have cams, you have balancing of rotating masses. You have balancing of reciprocating masses. You have longitudinal and transverse vibration. You have torsional vibration. You have computer-aided analysis and synthesis of mechanism. Guys, finally, you have automatic control. I am telling you guys, this book is superb. Go and get it. Go and get it. So, very wonderful book. Fortunately, I bought them and they've been serving me for a very long time. Then when it comes to electricity, let me show you the last book. Although this book is in one language, Italian language, if you are fortunate to stay in Italy, you can get it. Very important. I bought it as well some years back, then I'm still using it up to today because my major field here, what I'm doing right now is electricity. Okay, but I read mechanical engineering in Nigeria when I was in school. Then this book, let me just firstly read it for you as well. It's called Manuale di impianti elettrici utilizzatori civile e industriale. Okay, so manual of electric plant, civil and industrial use. Okay, so look at the content. I don't know if you can rush it fastly as well. Okay. It's in Italian language, guys. So let me just rush it. If you can understand the Italy, then we'll wrap it up for today. Definizione e costituzione dell'impianto elettrico utilizzatore. Normativi sugli impianti elettrici. Then 3. Let me stop. I will not be reading the down write-ups. Then we have definizione e principi di sicurezza basilari. So many things about sicurezza. Sicurezza is a kind of security, as in safety methods that you have to apply while working. Then others, you have quadri di distribuzione, you have linear distribuzione, you have impianto di terra, you have illuminazione, you have derivazione e presa spina, you have cabina di trasformazione, you have rifasamento, you have impianto contro la scarica atmosferica, you have impianti elettrici particolari, you have impianti civili, you have so many things about everything about electricity. So you have impianti elettrici nei locali ad uso medico, you have impianti elettrici nei locali di uso pubblico spettacolo, okay, and so on and so forth. So this one contains a lot of contents as well, but let me try to finish it up. We have locali di bagno, o per doccia, piscina e saune. You have strutture adibiti ad uso agricolo o zootecnico, luoghi conduttori. You have so many things. You have impianti elettrici nei luoghi con pericolo di esplosione o di incendio. So many things. I'm sorry if you are not understanding Italian language, but these are the contents. Trust me, everything about electricity, safetyness, from safetyness to the end of your work, you have all of them right here. It will teach you everything about electricity. So, criteri per la redazione di un progetto. So if you don't, it has finished, guys. I think. Okay, it's remaining small. Progetto di un pianto. At the end of the day, they will give you a kind of compito. Compito is like a quiz for you to kind of realize your own electric plant. So that is it, guys. That is it, guys. This is active energy. As I said, we are in for engineering, guys. Go on and do engineering. Engineering is sweet. Engineering is good. Engineering is our field. Thank you, guys, for watching. So let me just flash the 3 books for you, so you can see Theory of Machines, Engineering Mathematics, and Manuale di uso, Manuale di impianti elettrici utilizzatori, civile e industriale. So thank you, guys, for watching, and God bless you. Bye. So please, if you've not subscribed to our channel, please do. For more videos, we have a lot of things to show you, to teach you, to learn from you as well. Bye.